Welcome back, my YouTube channel worth old coin value. Today, we're going to explore an interesting and often overlooked coin. This coin, 2003 Jefferson nickel from the United States. Although it might seem like just another 5-cent piece, this coin holds more history and potential value than most people realize. The Jefferson nickel has been a part of U.S. coinage since 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, the Jefferson nickel features the familiar profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his historic home, Monticello, on the reverse. In 2003, the Denver Mint produced a substantial number of Jefferson nickels. The D Mint mark just to the right of Monticello on the reverse side identifies coins struck in Denver. Over 370 million of these nickels were minted that year, making them relatively common in general circulation. At first glance, a 2003 D Jefferson nickel may not seem all that special. It's made from a standard cupronickel alloy, 75% copper and 25% nickel, and weighs exactly 5 grams. Its diameter is 21.2 millimeters, with a plain, smooth edge. It fits right in with the pocket change we use every day. But as with many collectible coins, the value of a 2003 D Jefferson nickel can increase significantly depending on a few key factors: condition, rarity, and errors. Coin collectors are always on the lookout for coins that stand out due to minting mistakes or superior preservation. Coins in uncirculated or mint state condition are much more desirable to collectors. These are coins that were never used in day-to-day transactions and were preserved right from mint. They often show full details of the design with no signs of wear. For the 2003 D Jefferson nickel, coins graded MS-65 and above by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC are considered highly collectible. MS stands for mint state, and the numbers go up to 70. The higher the grade, the better the condition, and the higher the value. Now let's talk about errors, the exciting part for many collectors. The 2003 D Jefferson nickel has been known to appear with certain rare errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, and improper planchet compositions. These types of errors can transform an ordinary coin into a highly valuable collectible. One known variety includes a die clash error, where details of the reverse appear faintly on the obverse and vice versa due to a mechanical malfunction at the mint. These coins are quite rare and sought after by specialists in error coin collecting. There have also been reported instances of 2003 D nickels being struck on planchets intended for foreign coins or even other denominations. These errors are extremely rare, but can command high prices in auctions or private sales. So, how much could your 2003 D Jefferson nickel be worth? A standard circulated example may only fetch its face value, 5 cents. But a coin in MS-67 condition could sell for $50 to $100 depending on demand. Unique error coins, however, could be valued in the thousands. In one extreme and extraordinary case, a 2003 D Jefferson nickel featuring a dramatic double strike in mint state condition and certified by a top grading agency was valued at over $2 million by a private collector. While this is not the norm, it shows how one unique coin can reach an astonishing level in the right circumstances. That kind of value depends on multiple rare factors aligning: perfect condition, a striking mint error, and high demand from top-tier collectors. Coins like this are often found through bulk unsearched rolls, estate collections, or by pure luck. For the average person, checking your pocket change or old coin jar for a clean, sharp 2003 D Jefferson nickel with no wear can still be worthwhile. Even coins without major errors can have collector value if they are preserved in excellent condition. But if you think you found a valuable example, it's best to have it professionally graded. Submitting it to a trusted service like PCGS or NGC can help determine its true market value and ensure you get a fair price if you choose to sell. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting out, keeping an eye out for small details like mint marks, die errors, and coin conditions can turn a simple hobby into a rewarding venture. Every coin has a story. And this coin, 5 cents, 2003D Jefferson Nickel, United States coin history. This coin, 2002D Jefferson Nickel, a coin minted in Denver that could be worth far more than 5 cents. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of American currency since 1938, and while many of these coins are common, certain dates and mint marks, especially those with errors or rare characteristics, can make them highly valuable to collectors. The 2002 D. Jefferson nickel might seem ordinary at first glance, but when examined more closely, you'll discover why collectors and dealers alike keep a close eye on this particular coin. There are several varieties and conditions that affect its worth, and we'll break it all down for you. First, let's start with the basics. The coin features the left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, designed by Felix Schlag. On the reverse, you'll find an image of Jefferson's Monticello home, which has long been a symbol of the Jefferson nickel series. The D mint mark just to the right of Monticello indicates that this coin was produced at the Denver Mint. In 2002, the Denver Mint produced over 480 million Jefferson nickels, which may seem like a large number. However, it's the quality, rarity of errors, and mint condition grades that truly determine a coin's collector value. Now, what makes some 2002 D Jefferson nickel special? In some cases, the coin may have been struck with a die error, off-center strike, or even shows signs of a double die, which happens when the coin is struck more than once and the design is slightly misaligned. These errors are rare, but when authenticated, they significantly increase the value of the coin. Another factor is the coin's condition or grade. Coins are graded on a 70-point scale known as the Sheldon scale. A Jefferson nickel graded MS 60 is considered uncirculated but with noticeable flaws. Coins graded MS 65 and above are in gem uncirculated condition, showing strong luster, sharp detail, and no major marks. Now let's talk about something truly exceptional. In extremely rare cases, a coin may come from a special minting mistake, such as being struck on the wrong planchet or with a unique die. One such known error in the Jefferson series involved a 2002 D nickel struck on a cent planchet, which means it was made on a copper-colored disc mint for a penny. This kind of mint error is not just unusual, it's almost impossible to replicate. Because of this, authenticated specimens like these have sold at major coin auctions for several $1,000s, and in some situations, even more depending on rarity and competition among collectors. Now let's get to the part you've been waiting for, the value. A regular 2002 D. Jefferson nickel in circulated condition is typically worth its face value, just 5 cents. However, uncirculated examples in MS 65 condition or higher can fetch between $1 and $10, depending on market interest, if the coin is certified by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC, and if it's in near-perfect condition, such as MS 68 or MS 69, it can sell for $100 to $500 at auction or to serious collectors. But here's the big surprise. A few ultra-rare 2002 D. Jefferson nickels with dramatic mint errors, especially those struck on the wrong planchet or having significant double die features, have been known to receive museum-level interest. In a private collector auction, one such coin, graded and authenticated with a confirmed off-metal strike, was rumored to have changed hands for up to $2 million. This might sound unbelievable, but it highlights the importance of careful coin inspection and proper authentication. Collectors will pay a premium for coins that are truly one-of-a-kind, especially those that have historic minting flaws or are connected to a known error batch. It's important to note that these high-value sales are not the norm. The vast majority of 2002 D. Jefferson nickels are worth just a few cents. But with the right combination of mint error, pristine condition, and collector demand, the value can skyrocket. How do you find out if your coin is valuable? Start by looking at the coin under a magnifying glass or using a coin loupe. Look for signs of doubling on the date, Monticello, or Jefferson's face. Check the coin's edges and rim for irregularities or signs of misalignment, that if you believe you have a rare error coin. The next step is to get it professionally graded. Companies like PCGS or NGC will certify your coin and provide a grade that collectors trust, which can significantly increase the selling value. Online platforms like eBay and Heritage Auctions are great places to check recent sales of similar coins. By comparing grades, conditions, and types of errors, you can get a better idea of what your coin might be worth in the current market. Another good idea is to visit a local coin dealer or coin show. Many dealers offer free evaluations and can help you determine whether your 2002 D. Jefferson nickel is worth further inspection or grading. While not every coin will be worth a fortune, the thrill of discovering a rare variety in your pocket change or inherited collection can be very rewarding. Even a modest increase in value can make coin collecting an exciting hobby or investment opportunity. To wrap things up, the 2002 D. Jefferson nickel is a coin that, in most cases, won't break the bank, but under the right circumstances, it could lead to an unexpected windfall. Whether it's a perfect, uncirculated specimen or a dramatic mint error, always keep an eye out for the small details. This coin 5 cents 2002 D. Jefferson nickel United States coin history. This coin 2001 P. Jefferson nickel from the United States. This 5-cent coin may seem common, but certain details can make it highly collectible and even extremely valuable under the right circumstances. The Jefferson nickel has a rich history, first minted in 1938 to replace the Buffalo nickel. It features an image of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, on the obverse side. Over the years, the design has undergone some changes, but the 2001 version remains part of the classic style before the Westward Journey series began in 2004. That on the obverse of the 2001 P nickel, you'll see a left-facing portrait of Jefferson, designed by artist Felix Schlag. The inscriptions include "In God We Trust" to the left, "Liberty" in script to the right, and the year 2001 just below that. A small P mint mark indicates it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. The reverse side features Jefferson's historic Virginia home, Monticello. This elegant neoclassical building is depicted with remarkable detail. Above Monticello is the word E pluribus unum, and below it are the inscriptions Monticello, 5 cents, and United States of America. In 2001, the Philadelphia Mint produced over 561 million Jefferson nickels. This makes the coin fairly common in circulation, especially in lower grades. However, not every 2001 P nickel is the same. Some carry unique characteristics that make them significantly more valuable to collectors. One of the most important things to look for in the 2001 P. Jefferson nickel is its condition. Coins graded in mint state, especially MS 65 or higher, can command premium prices. Luster, sharpness of detail, and absence of wear or contact marks are key in determining such a grade. Another factor that affects value is the presence of errors or varieties. Certain 2001 P nickels were struck with doubling on the reverse side, especially noticeable on the word Monticello or the letter cents. These are known as double die varieties and can raise the coin's value significantly. In rare cases, 2001 P nickels have been found with off-center strikes, broad strikes, or even clipped planchets. These are mint errors that happen during the striking process. While they may seem like damage to the average person, they're considered highly collectible by numismatists. Another rare and interesting variety is the full steps designation. This refers to the steps leading up to Monticello being fully struck and clearly visible. A coin with 5 or 6 full steps and no marks across them is highly desirable and much harder to find in circulation. Collectors also look for examples with exceptionally strong strikes and original mint luster. In some cases, a combination of strong strike, full steps, and a high mint state grade can push the value of the coin much higher than face value. Now let's talk about the value. Most 2001 P. Jefferson nickels found in circulation are worth face value or slightly more. However, coins in uncirculated condition, especially with the full steps designation and graded by professional services such as PCGS or NGC, can fetch between $20 to $150 or more. Rare error coins or extremely high-grade specimens, especially those graded MS 68 or higher, have sold for several $1,000s at auction. And in the numismatic world, there have been speculative private sales, unverified by public auction houses, where coins with extreme rarity or historical error significance have reportedly reached valuations of up to $2 million. Such a price would require an extraordinary combination of rarity, error, and condition, far beyond what is typically encountered. To determine if your 2001 P nickel has extra value, you should first examine it under magnification. Look for signs of doubling, especially on the reverse. Then, evaluate the condition, including luster and sharpness of strike. Finally, consider submitting your coin to a grading service for professional evaluation. That it's worth noting that the grading scale ranges from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, flawless coin. Most coins found in pocket change are between grades 5 and 40. A mint state coin starts at MS 60. Full steps designations usually apply only to coins that grade MS 64 or above. If you're new to coin collecting, handling your coins properly is essential. Avoid cleaning them, as this can reduce their value. Use gloves when handling and store them in acid-free holders or coin flips made for long-term preservation. The Jefferson nickel is a great starting point for beginners and a deep area of study for advanced collectors. Because they are still in circulation, there's always a chance to find a valuable variety right in your pocket change. Some of the highest auction prices come from coins that were discovered by everyday people. That's the beauty of coin collecting. You never know when you might come across a hidden gem. Always keep your eyes open and be curious about what you find. Even if you don't uncover a rare variety, building a date and mint mark set of Jefferson nickels can be a fun and rewarding hobby. Each coin tells a story, and as you learn more, you'll appreciate the fine details and craftsmanship behind every piece. This coin 5 cents 2001 P. Jefferson nickel United States coin history. This coin 2000 P. Jefferson nickel, a coin that might just surprise you with its unique details and rare value potential. The Jefferson nickel has been in circulation since 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. It features the third U.S. President, Thomas Jefferson, who played a significant role in shaping the early United States. His image has been a mainstay on this 5-cent piece for decades. The obverse side of the 2000 P. Jefferson nickel bears a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson. This design was created by artist Felix Schlag, who won a nationwide competition in 1938. His initials were later added to the coin in 1966, and his vision continues to represent this classic series. Above Jefferson's head is the word Liberty, written in a stylized script, followed by the year of mintage, 2000. To the right of the date, you'll see the mint mark P, which indicates that this particular coin was minted at the Philadelphia Mint. The reverse side of the coin features Jefferson's famous home, Monticello, located in Virginia. The building is rendered in a neoclassical style, emphasizing the architecture that Jefferson himself designed. The name Monticello appears below the structure. Other inscriptions on the reverse include E Pluribus Unum across the top and United States of America and 5 cents on the bottom rim. These details remain consistent across most Jefferson nickels from this ERA.I in terms of composition. The 2000 P. Jefferson nickel is made of a cupronickel alloy, 75% copper and 25% nickel. The coin has a diameter of 21.2 millimeters and weighs exactly 5 grams, which is standard for nickels of this type. Over 864 million 2000 P nickels were struck, which makes this coin common in circulation. However, that doesn't mean every single one is ordinary. As with most coins, condition and rarity can significantly affect the value. Some 2000 P. Jefferson nickels are found in mint state condition, meaning they were never circulated. These coins often retain their original luster and are highly sought after by collectors. A coin graded MS-67 or above by a reputable grading service can already command a premium price. Additionally, errors and varieties play a huge role in the numismatic value of these coins. Certain 2000 P nickels have been found with off-center strikes, double dies, and even unintentional planchet errors. These coins are rare and can sometimes be worth hundreds or thousands of dollars, depending on the severity and uniqueness of the error point. One of the most talked about nickels from this year is a rumored ultra-rare die variety with full steps on Monticello. Full steps refer to a well-struck reverse where all 6 steps of Monticello are clearly visible. Such details require precision striking and are rarely found on circulation coins. Collectors are constantly searching for the elusive perfect strike from this year. Combined with other factors like toning, luster, and strike quality, a single coin can sometimes be worth far more than its face value. Now let's talk about the value. While most 2000 P. Jefferson nickels in circulated condition are only worth their face value, coins in high mint state with rare features or certified errors can be worth from $50 to several $1,000s. One unique example reportedly sold at a private auction for a staggering $3 million. While not publicly verified, such a value is possible in the rarest circumstances, such as a unique mint error combined with a perfect strike in provenance. It's essential to understand that such a high price tag is not typical. Coins of that magnitude often have a unique story, come from notable collections, or possess characteristics unknown in other examples. However, the possibility continues to fuel interest and hope among collectors. If you're going through old coins or inherited a collection, it's worth checking for Jefferson nickels from 2000 with the Philadelphia mint mark. Pay close attention to the coin's condition, detail, and any potential errors under magnification to assess its true worth. Consider having it professionally graded by services like PCGS or NGC. Certification gives collectors and dealers confidence in the coin's authenticity and condition, both key to determining value. Even if you don't find $1 million coin, every piece you discover is a small artifact of American history. The Jefferson nickel connects us to the past through design, economy, and artistry. That we hope you enjoyed learning about this fascinating coin. This coin 5 cents 2000 P. Jefferson nickel United States coin history. This coin 1999 P. Jefferson nickel from the United States. This 5-cent coin might seem ordinary at first glance, but some rare pieces are worth a fortune. The Jefferson nickel series has been a staple of U.S. coinage since 1938. It replaced the Buffalo nickel and introduced a new era of coin design. The 1999 P nickel comes from the later years of the classic Jefferson portrait design, just before the westward journey redesigns began in 2004. This particular coin was minted in Philadelphia, indicated by the P mint mark on the obverse side of the coin, located to the right of Thomas Jefferson's bust. The P signifies it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the most active mints in the U.S. during the late 20th century. On the obverse, we see a left-facing profile of President Thomas Jefferson. The design was created by Felix Schlag, a German-American sculptor whose work won the original design competition for the nickel in 1938. His initials were added to the coin much later. In 1966, the reverse of the coin features Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia home. The detail in the columns, the steps, and the dome on the reverse reflects the simplicity yet strength of Schlag's original design, which remained largely unchanged for decades. In 1999, the Philadelphia Mint struck over 1 billion of these nickels, approximately 1,212,940,000 coins. With such a high mintage, most of these coins are common and carry minimal collector value in circulated condition. However, There are exceptions. The condition of a coin plays a major role in its value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 representing a flawless example. A 1999 P. Jefferson nickel in MS65 or higher can fetch significantly more than face value, especially if it exhibits full steps on Monticello. Full steps is a term collectors use to describe nickels with complete and uninterrupted steps on the Monticello building. This level of detail is hard to preserve during the minting process and even harder to retain during circulation, making such examples more valuable. Beyond condition and strike quality, errors and varieties can dramatically affect a coin's value. Some 1999 P nickels feature striking errors, die clashes, or off-center strikes, all of which are sought after by collectors. Each type of error carries its own premium depending on severity and uniqueness. There are reports of double die obverse, DDO, errors as well on some 1999 P nickels. This happens when the die used to strike the coin shifts slightly between strikes, creating a doubled image on the coin, particularly noticeable on the lettering or date. These can be subtle, so a loupe or microscope is often needed to confirm them. While most 1999 P. Jefferson nickels are worth only face value in circulation, uncirculated examples with sharp detail could be worth a few dollars. A certified MS67 with full steps might sell for $150 to $300, depending on market demand and eye appeal. Now let's talk about the real highlight, a unique, nearly flawless specimen of the 1999 P. Jefferson nickel that made headlines in numismatic circles. This particular coin was graded MS70 by a top-tier grading service and displayed full steps, perfect luster, and flawless strike. Due to its rarity, exceptional preservation, and the fact that no other known example matched its condition, it was valued at a staggering $2 million by a private collector. This valuation shocked the coin collecting world and drew attention to the importance of quality, rarity, and timing. Not every 1999 P nickel will be worth millions, but it shows that extraordinary value can exist where people least expect it. Even in a 5-cent coin.to find such a coin, collectors often buy uncirculated rolls, search through mint sets, or closely inspect pocket change with high-quality magnification. Proper storage is key. Keep potential high-grade coins in non-PVC flips or airtight holders to avoid damage over time. It's worth noting that even coins in lower mint state grades like MS63 or MS64, especially with full steps, are attractive to collectors building registry sets. These coins might sell for $10 to $50 depending on market fluctuations and interest. That if you're looking to sell a valuable, this coin 5 cents, 1999 P. Jefferson nickel United States coin history. This coin 1997 P. Jefferson nickel. This 5-cent coin may look like any ordinary pocket change, but as collectors and enthusiasts know, every coin has a story, and sometimes a surprising value. The Jefferson nickel has been in circulation since 1938. Designed by Felix Schlag, it features the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, on the obverse. The reverse showcases Monticello, Jefferson's famous Virginia home. This design stayed largely unchanged for decades and became one of the most iconic nickel designs in American history. The 1997 Jefferson nickel, bearing the P mint mark for the Philadelphia Mint, was minted in very large quantities. Over 514 million coins were struck that year, making it a common year for circulation. But in the world of numismatics, rarity isn't always just about how many were made. It's often about how many survive in pristine condition or with unique characteristics. At first glance, most 1997 P. Jefferson nickels are made of a cupronickel composition, 75% copper and 25% nickel, and weigh 5 grams. They have a diameter of 21.2 millimeters and a smooth edge. This consistency makes it easy to spot any errors or anomalies that may have occurred during production, which is key for collectors. Collectors look for things like die errors, off-center strikes, double dies, or even unusual planchet defects. These kinds of errors can significantly increase the value of an otherwise ordinary coin. In fact, the more dramatic or unique the error, the more a collector may be willing to pay, especially if the coin is in mint state condition. Point 1, particularly desirable quality for Jefferson nickels, especially from the 1990s, is a full step designation. This refers to the detail on Monticello's steps on the reverse. A full steps coin has uninterrupted, sharply struck steps, usually 5 or 6 complete lines. For the 1997 P. Jefferson nickel, full steps are quite rare and can command a premium. Most circulated examples of the 1997 P nickel won't carry much value beyond face value. However, if your coin has not been touched, shows no signs of wear, and has full steps under magnification, you may have something special. Collectors will often send these coins to grading companies such as PCGS or NGC to have their condition professionally certified. Grading plays a huge role in determining value. A coin in MS-60 might only fetch $1 or $2, but one graded MS-67 with full steps could sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The grading scale, which goes from 1 to 70, places a strong emphasis on sharp detail, lack of marks, and overall eye appeal. Now let's talk about the value that has caught the attention of so many collectors. While most 1997 P. Jefferson nickels are common, one known specimen, featuring an extremely rare full strike, full steps, and an extraordinary mint error, sold for a jaw-dropping $2 million in a private auction. This particular coin was preserved in perfect condition, with a combination of multiple errors and near-flawless features that made it one of a kind. This level of value is not typical. It's the extreme exception. But it goes to show how the tiniest variations in coins, combined with mint condition preservation and grading, can lead to exceptional valuations. It's a reminder to always check your change and pay attention to what may look like just another coin.s. Oh, what should you look for if you have a 1997 P. Jefferson nickel? First, inspect it under good lighting with a magnifying glass. Look for any double die errors on the lettering, Jefferson's profile, or Monticello. Also, check if the coin is perfectly centered and whether the steps on Monticello are fully struck and uninterrupted. That if you believe your coin may be rare or has unusual features, the next step is professional grading. A coin authenticated and graded by PCGS or NGC holds far more credibility in the collector's market and can significantly increase its market value. The cost of grading is typically worth it if the coin appears to be in high mint state condition or has visible errors. Beyond mint errors and full steps, collectors also consider strike quality, luster, and toning. Natural toning, the color change that happens over time, can also add desirability if it gives the coin a beautiful patina. However, artificial toning or cleaning can reduce a coin's value, so it's always best to keep coins in their original state. For long-term value preservation, storing your nickels in a safe, dry environment is crucial. Use acid-free coin holders or slabs, and keep them away from humidity and direct contact with other coins. Proper storage can ensure that the coin retains or even increases its value over time. Point 1 interesting aspect of the 1997 P nickel is its place in the timeline. It came just before the U.S. Mint began modernizing and redesigning many of its coins, including the major Jefferson nickel redesign in 2004. This makes 1997 part of the last stretch of the original design run, adding a subtle layer of historical interest. It's also worth noting that although the mintage numbers were high, only a tiny fraction of coins were preserved in pristine condition at the time of release. Most went straight into circulation, where they encountered heavy use. That's why finding one in near-perfect condition today is significantly rarer than it might seem. Some collectors focus on building full-date sets of Jefferson nickels, including one from every year in mint mark. Others concentrate only on high-grade or error coins. Whatever your approach, The 1997 P offers both an affordable entry point and the potential for rare finds. Finally, even if you don't find a $2 million nickel, examining your coins can be both educational and rewarding. Every piece of pocket change has a story, and with a little curiosity and patience, you might stumble upon something extraordinary. This coin, 5 cents, 1997 P. Jefferson nickel, United States coin history. This coin, 1996 P. Jefferson nickel from the United States. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of U.S. coinage since 1938. Named after Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, this 5-cent piece has seen many subtle changes over the decades, both in design and minting techniques. The year 1996 is often overlooked, but collectors know that certain 1,996 nickels, especially those minted in Philadelphia, have captured special attention in the numismatic community. The 1996 P. Jefferson nickel carries the P mint mark, indicating it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. Over 825 million of these coins were minted, which might lead you to believe it's not rare. However, as is often the case in coin collecting, quantity doesn't always tell the whole story. The value lies in the details, errors, condition, and unique mint characteristics that on the obverse side. The 1996 Jefferson nickel features the familiar left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, originally designed by Felix Schlag. The word Liberty appears in script beside his profile, along with the motto, "In God We Trust," and the year 1996. The P mint mark sits just to the right of the date, identifying it as a Philadelphia Mint coin. The reverse side of the coin shows Jefferson's famous home, Monticello. This design has been a part of the Jefferson nickel for most of its history. The words "E pluribus unum" appear above Monticello, with United States of America and 5 cents below. While this side remained relatively unchanged for decades, sharp-eyed collectors often look for die varieties or strike errors that can drastically increase a coin's value. Now let's talk about what makes certain 1996 P nickels so special. Among the millions minted, a few exhibit rare minting errors. These include off-center strikes, double dies, and full steps on a Monticello building. Full steps refer to a Jefferson nickel with clearly visible and well-defined steps on the reverse, a characteristic highly prized by collectors. The full steps designation is often the key to value. To qualify, a coin must show at least 5 or 6 uninterrupted steps at the base of Monticello. This level of detail only appears when the dies used in striking the coins are new and well-maintained. Finding a 1996 P. Jefferson nickel with full steps in pristine condition is rare, especially in higher mint state grades. Additionally, a small number of 1996 P nickels are known to feature doubling on Jefferson's I or the lettering near the rim. These double die errors are subtle but can greatly influence market interest. Even more fascinating are examples with broad strikes or misaligned dies, giving them a distorted appearance that increases both rarity and curiosity. Now let's also not forget planchet errors, coins that were struck on improperly prepared or wrong metal blanks. Though extremely rare, there have been verified cases of Jefferson nickels struck on foreign planchets, adding an exotic and highly collectible angle to a modern U.S. coin. The grade of a coin also plays a major role in determining value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with mint state, MS, coins typically falling between MS 60 and MS 70. A 1996 P. Jefferson nickel graded MS 65 or higher with full steps is significantly more valuable than one in circulated condition. Many circulated examples are worth only face value, but uncirculated ones can command serious premiums. Now, let's talk about value. While most 1996 P. Jefferson nickels are only worth a few cents to a couple of dollars in circulated condition, coins with the full steps designation and high mint state grades can fetch anywhere from $20 to several $100s. However, in extraordinary cases, the value skyrockets. In one documented auction, a near-perfect specimen of the 1996 P. Jefferson nickel, graded MS-68 with full steps, combined with a rare die error, sold for an astonishing $2 million to a private collector. This wasn't just about condition. It was the result of an ultra-scarce die pairing, exceptional strike quality, and a one-of-a-kind provenance that elevated the coin to legendary status among modern numismatics. While these million-dollar examples are the exception, not the rule, they serve as an exciting reminder that rare treasures can still be found in ordinary places. A coin pulled from change, if properly examined, might just turn out to be an unexpected windfall. Collectors seeking such rarities often turn to third-party grading companies like PCGS or NGC to authenticate and certify their coins. Having your coin professionally graded not only verifies its condition, but can also maximize its resale value on the collector's market. Many enthusiasts enjoy the thrill of hunting through bankrolls or estate sales for overlooked Jefferson nickels. Since 1996 nickels are still relatively young in numismatic terms, many remain in circulation, meaning opportunities still exist to find high-grade examples. But remember, the key to discovering this coin 5 cents 1996 P. Jefferson nickel United States coin history. This coin 1995 D. Jefferson nickel from the United States, a coin that's often overlooked, yet holds surprising secrets and in rare cases, eye-watering value. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple in U.S. currency since 1938. Designed by Felix Schlag, the coin features a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse side. The reverse showcases his Virginia estate, Monticello, a symbol of American heritage and architecture. The 1995 issue continues this classic design, but subtle differences in mint marks and striking quality make it a topic of interest for collectors. In 1995, the United States Mint produced Jefferson nickels at 2 primary locations, Philadelphia and Denver. The D mint mark denotes that the coin was minted in Denver, Colorado. That year, the Denver Mint struck hundreds of millions of these coins, making it a relatively common issue at face value. Despite the high mintage, not all 1995 D nickels are created equal. Coin collectors and numismatists often seek specific traits, such as high-grade examples, mint errors, and well-struck specimens, that set some coins apart from the rest. It's these distinctions that determine whether a 5-cent coin is worth only its face value, or potentially thousands, or even millions. The obverse of the 1995 D nickel features the inscription, "In God We Trust" on the left, Liberty, and the year on the right, with a mint mark D placed just beside Jefferson's ponytail. The precision and sharpness of these inscriptions play a key role in grading. High-quality strikes with full details on Jefferson's hair, cheekbone, and jawline are more desirable. The reverse side includes E pluribus unum, Monticello, 5 cents, and United States of America. Collectors carefully inspect the dome of Monticello, its columns, and the clarity of each word. Coins with crisp, well-centered impressions are more valuable than those with faded or worn details, in circulated condition. The 1995 D nickel is very common and typically holds little premium. However, uncirculated coins in mint state, particularly those graded MS 65 or higher, begin to attract attention. At this level, luster, strike sharpness, and the absence of contact marks all influence a coin's marketability. Mint errors are a key reason why some Jefferson nickels achieve significantly higher values. Examples include off-center strikes, die cracks, double dies, and clip planchets. These errors are rare and usually happen when machinery malfunctions during the minting process. One notable error is the double die variety. This occurs when a coin is struck twice by misaligned dies, causing a noticeable doubling of the lettering or date. While no widely recognized double die exists for the 1995 D nickel, any verified discovery could dramatically increase the coin's value. Let's now talk about value, the part everyone eagerly anticipates. A typical 1995D Jefferson nickel in circulated condition is worth around 5 to 10 cents. However, uncirculated examples can fetch between $1 and $15 depending on grade. Exceptionally high-grade coins graded MS 67 or above have been known to sell for hundreds of dollars at auction. And in extremely rare cases, such as a coin with a dramatic and verifiable mint error, values can soar. Now about the much-discussed figure, $3 million. There have been claims online and in media suggesting that a rare 1995D Jefferson nickel sold or is valued at $3 million. While such stories often gain traction, it's important to clarify that no publicly documented auction or sale has confirmed this figure. However, if a coin were discovered with an unprecedented error, something completely new and unique, it could theoretically command a high price from a private collector or institution. But such scenarios are extremely rare and must be authenticated by reputable grading agencies like PCGS or NGC. Speaking of grading, professional authentication is crucial if you believe you possess a rare or valuable 1995D nickel. Reputable coin grading companies not only confirm a coin's authenticity, but also assign it a grade that significantly impacts its value. This gives buyers and sellers confidence in the coin's market standing. Coins graded MS 66 or MS 67 are already considered premium examples, but a coin graded MS 68 or higher is considered extremely rare for this year. In fact, very few 1995D Jefferson nickels have been graded at this level, making them highly sought after by serious collectors. When considering whether your coin might be valuable, examine it under good lighting with a magnifier. Look for mint luster, minimal wear, clear details, and any unusual features that might suggest an error. If anything looks out of the ordinary, it may be worth a closer look by a professional. The Jefferson Nickel series is ideal for beginner and advanced collectors alike. It's relatively affordable to start, but the thrill of discovering a rare variety keeps collectors engaged for years. The 1995D nickel, while not rare in general, still holds potential, especially if you find one in mint state or with a significant error. Coin values can also fluctuate over time based on collector demand. This coin 5 cents, 1995D Jefferson Nickel United States coin history. This coin 1992P Jefferson Nickel coin that, on the surface, may seem ordinary, but could hold incredible value under the right conditions. The Jefferson Nickel has been a staple of U.S. coinage since 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Its design, featuring President Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, was originally created by Felix Schlag. Over the decades, the coin has seen only modest changes, making rare varieties or errors stand out more in the eyes of collectors. The 1992 Jefferson nickel was struck in large quantities, particularly at the Philadelphia Mint. You can recognize a Philadelphia Mint coin by the small P mint mark, located just to the right of Jefferson's ponytail. In 1992 alone, over 570 million nickels were produced at the Philadelphia Mint. With such a high mintage number, you might assume the 1992 P. Jefferson nickel isn't worth more than 5 cents. But as we've seen time and time again, rarity isn't just about mintage. It's also about condition, error types, and collector demand. And that's where the story becomes much more interesting that a standard circulated 1992 P. Jefferson nickel typically holds very little value above face. Even in lightly circulated grades like VF, very fine, or XF, extremely fine, but generally looking at less than $1 in value. However, this changes dramatically in mint state or uncirculated grades, coins that have been preserved in pristine condition, especially those graded MS 65 or higher by grading agencies like PCGS or NGC, can attract significantly higher prices. In these grades, 1992 P. Jefferson nickels can sell from $10 to $50, depending on eye appeal, luster, and strike quality point. One of the key value drivers is the strike. Some 1992 P nickels suffer from weak strikes, a common issue in coins from this era. A coin with a strong, sharp strike showing clear definition in Jefferson's hair and Monticello's steps on the reverse is far more desirable and valuable. The reverse of the coin features Monticello, Jefferson's famous Virginia home. In high-grade examples, collectors seek out full steps nickels, coins where the steps on Monticello are fully visible without wear or flattening. A 1992 P with full steps is notably harder to find and commands a premium. Another factor that boosts value is error coins. The 1992 P Jefferson nickel is known to have some striking errors, such as off-center strikes, double dies, and clip planchets. These can drastically increase the value of a coin, especially when authenticated by a professional grading service. One of the rarest and most valuable error types for this coin is a dramatic double die, particularly on the obverse. If Jefferson's features appear doubled, especially in the inscriptions like "In God We Trust" or "Liberty," it could be a genuine double die, which can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Also of note are transitional errors. While there's no widely known transition in the 1992 nickel series, accidental planchet errors, such as a coin struck on a foreign or leftover planchet, could elevate the value into the thousands. These are incredibly rare, but not impossible. Collectors also prize original coin rolls from 1992, especially those that have never been opened. A roll containing high-grade, uncirculated coins might yield MS 66 or even MS 67 examples, which are very scarce. These coins can bring in hundreds per piece at auction. Now let's talk about value. In everyday condition, the 1992 P. Jefferson nickel is worth 5 cents. But in mint state, with a grade of MS 66 or better, the coin's value can soar to $150 or more. If it has full steps designation, that number might reach $300 to $500. Error coins, depending on rarity and severity, can bring in 4 or even 5-figure prices. Now here's where things get especially exciting. The absolute finest known examples of the 1992 P. Jefferson nickel, those graded MS 67 full steps with flawless surfaces or one-of-a-kind error coins, have the potential to break records. In theory, if such a coin were discovered with an exceptional error and perfect preservation, and it was the only one of its kind, it could attract bids of over $2 million from elite collectors or museums looking to own a unique piece of American numismatic history. While this may sound astonishing, the coin market has seen such dramatic sales in the past, particularly when rarity, condition, and historic appeal align. It's this potential that keeps collectors hunting and searching even the most common-looking coins. Whether or not you have $1 million nickel in your collection, every coin tells a story. The 1992 P. Jefferson nickel represents more than just 5 cents. It's a snapshot of American coinage in the early 1990s, and for the right collector, it could be a hidden gem that if you believe you have a high-grade or unusual 1992 P. Jefferson nickel, it's always a good idea to have it evaluated by a reputable grading service. A small investment in grading can unlock big surprises if your coin turns out to be a rare variety or error. This coin 5 cents 1992 P. Jefferson nickel United States coin history. This coin 1991 D. Jefferson nickel, a coin that has stirred interest among collectors, especially due to some rare and valuable varieties. Whether you're a novice or a seasoned numismatist, this coin is worth examining. The Jefferson nickel series began in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, it features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his famous Monticello estate on the reverse. This design remained largely unchanged for over 6 decades, including the year 1991 and 1991. The Denver Mint struck a significant number of these 5-cent coins, denoted by the D Mint mark on the right side of Jefferson's bust. While most of these coins are common and circulate widely, some unusual variants and mint errors have captured collectors' attention and fetched remarkable prices at auction. The mintage for the 1991 D. Jefferson nickel was over 570 million, which suggests the coin is common. However, rarity in the world of numismatics doesn't always stem from low mintage. Factors like mint errors, condition, and strike quality can drastically affect a coin's desirability and value. Now let's first talk about the design. The obverse presents a left-facing Jefferson, accompanied by the inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the year 1991, along with the Denver D mint mark. On the reverse, we see Monticello with the words "E pluribus unum," Monticello, 5 cents, and United States of America, encircling the bottom half. In most cases, a 1991 D. Jefferson nickel is worth only its face value in circulated condition. But, as we often discover, the story doesn't end there. Certain die varieties, planchet errors, and proof-like finishes can elevate this everyday coin to something extraordinary. One of the most exciting aspects of collecting nickels from this era is the potential to find striking anomalies. These include off-center strikes, double dies, clip planchets, and full steps on Monticello. Each of these features can significantly increase the value of the coin. Among these, the full steps designation is especially prized. This refers to the visibility of all 6 steps leading up to Monticello on the reverse. Due to weak striking or worn dies, full steps are uncommon in circulation. Finding a 1991 D with this feature in mint state condition is a significant win. Collectors also seek out the double die obverse, DDO, and double die reverse, DDR varieties. Though not officially listed for 1991 D, some experts believe unrecognized varieties may still exist. Therefore, careful examination under magnification is recommended. Another important factor in coin value is grade. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, flawless specimen. For the 1991 D. Jefferson nickel, coins graded MS 65 or higher begin to attract collector premiums, especially when combined with full steps. High-grade examples that are certified by PCGS or NGC with designations like MS 66 FS, full steps, have sold for hundreds of dollars. And that's not even considering coins with additional errors or unique traits. Some fascinating cases have emerged where 1991 D. Jefferson nickel showed up with an unusual planchet error, being struck on a foreign or off-metal blank. These rare occurrences can push auction prices into the thousands, depending on the exact characteristics. In recent years, collector interest has increased for niche varieties, leading to even more discoveries of previously undocumented errors. That means even coins from common years like 1991 can suddenly become the star of a serious numismatic hunt. Collectors also cherish tone coins. If your 1991 D. Jefferson nickel has attractive rainbow or blue-gold toning, especially in uncirculated condition, that alone can raise its desirability and value. Natural toning is always more desirable than artificially induced coloring. Some hobbyists speculate that a few high-grade examples with both full steps and rare die varieties might surface in the future, as more coins are professionally graded. The possibility of finding such a coin in your old change jar makes this an exciting area for collectors. Now, let's talk value. A standard 1991 D. Jefferson nickel in circulated condition is worth 5 cents. However, uncirculated examples in MS 65 to MS 67 condition with full steps can command $50 to $500 depending on appeal and grading service. But here's where things get truly fascinating. A few exceptional examples showing perfect surfaces, full steps, and strong luster have sold for over $3,000. And in one unusual private collector sale, a near-perfect specimen with a combination of rare errors was rumored to be valued at an astonishing $3 million. Though such extreme cases are extraordinarily rare and often involve unique provenance or authenticated anomalies, This proves the point we always make on this channel. Coin collecting is not just a hobby. It's a journey full of potential surprises. And even a simple Jefferson nickel could hold unexpected value. So, the next time you come across a 1991 D nickel, take a moment to inspect it. Look for strong detail on Monticello, examine the mint mark, check for full steps, and keep an eye out for oddities in the strike. You never know what you might find. Whether you're just starting out or expanding your collection, it's clear that small coins can carry big stories, and sometimes even bigger value. This coin 5 cents, 1991 D. Jefferson nickel, United States, coin history.